Olá, or hello. Se você que tá aí fala português, pode me dar um oi. And if you are there, you can say hi to me so I can talk to you. Tá, monitor errado. Enfim, eu tô aqui agora, vou tentar organizar os arquivos. Esse arquivo aqui vou usar para fazer pro Unity. Vamos lá. Errado, mais size. É, Hey, I love your games. I would play them when I was in elementary school. Oh, thank you, Bailey. I'm very happy about it. Really, thank you very much. Right now, I'm trying to do another game, but I'm really slow right now. But I'll try. I'm trying to make the K-pop stars dress-up game. I hope my voice is okay because I don't know if the music is too loud or not. Anyway, But thank you very much. Really, I really appreciate your compliment. And sorry for the broken English. Um, in case you have anything to say or suggestions for about the website, you can say here, and I can reply about them here for you. And again, sorry for the broken English because I'm Brazilian and this is not my native language. My husband is passing around here and he's laughing about my English right now. Anyway, let's continue here and I will try to organize these files for the game. Okay. I come back to Photoshop here because I think it's simpler. It's easier for me to do in Photoshop. I already made all the graphics on Krita. That's a free software to draw, to make illustrations. But for this kind of work that is I will organize and export, I prefer Photoshop. So let's continue. Yes. Now I will put here and trim this thing. Yeah. So let's see if everything is visible. This game will not have a lot of accessories, just a few ones. Maybe in the future I can add some new accessories, but I just want to focus on the clothes. And let's continue with the mix here. The microphones. Okay, everything is visible, so I'm going to File, Export for layers to files, and then I'm going to create a folder for it. I think I'm going to create as assets. And this one will be mix. Okay, so let's do it. Right. In this moment, when we do this process, we just need to wait, because Photoshop is doing its thing, and it's exporting the files to that folder I created. Let's see, it's here, assets mix. So you can see it's already exporting and creating with a weird name. Now I can see I did a wrong thing, but now I have to wait to export everything, and then I will have to fix this mistake I did right now. So when the problem is the feel of the colors, they have to be all white, and I let this on gray, so I will have to fix this. So let's do this and organize this thing. Convert to smart object and rename it. This one. Control Ctrl U. Everything is white. Okay, this part here. Let's just see each microphone. Right now this microphone is white, so it's correct. Mic 1 is ready. Mic 2, I have to fix a thing here. Convert to smart object, rename, and here let's hide mic 1 and show mic 2. And okay, let's put this on white. Ctrl U, Ctrl U again. Okay, mic 2 is ready. Now let's go to mic 3. Mic 3, let's hide mic 2. Mic 3, let's put the shadows in a smart object and rename it to S of shading. Mic 3S of shading. Here this part is already in white, and this one I have to put in white as well. So right now it's ready. So let's try again and export everything again. Okay, the mics are ready. Again, export layered files. I will delete this file they are all wrong. I will not use a prefix name because the layers are already named, so it will use this name. And let's see, it's in the it's in the wrong folder. Let's put in the right folder. Okay, run, and let's wait. It will do its thing again. In case the person that's watching me speaks in Portuguese or English, please, you can talk to me about it and say if you are a Brazilian person or where are you from, right? If you're Brazilian, I'll probably start to speak in Portuguese. Se você é brasileiro, você que está me assistindo, eu vou falar em português. But if you are from another country, I will continue to speak in English. So the mics are already saved. Let's see how it's there. Okay. They are all correct, but I have to rename them. I don't need to rename, I just need to, I don't know why, but Photoshop they created this thing in the beginning of the name. It's very annoying. So I have to delete, so in the file it will be organized. So I press F2, select this start with this bunch of numbers and delete them. Okay. It's almost done. But oh, it's done. I just finished. All the files ready here for the mix, for the microphones. Now let's go to the next one. I will close this, save, because I read correct, and let's open again file, K-pop stars, res up game, close final. So this is the original file, and I will rename it for, let's see, I will rename it, okay, the mix are already done. I think I'm going to undertops. Okay, undertops are just a few items, I think just three items. So let's do this. We go to save as. Okay, undertops. Okay. So I think it's it's done. Saved. Okay. So let's delete all these other things that I don't need. I just need right now all the undertops. And I just have 3 right now. So let's delete everything here. Yes. Okay. Now let's review all the files. No. Let's just review and check if everything's correct. Okay. This one you have to put on white as well. Okay, so you have to create a smart object here. Click twice, press S, and then we have the file organized here for undertop 1. Let's go to undertop 2. Again, same thing. This kind of work is very repetitive. There's a lot of repetition, right? So it's a little boring, but we have to start to export the art, the graphics for Unity. That is the engine for to do the games, to create the games. So here, let's do everything's white in undertop 2. Now let's go to undertop 3. Let's get the shading, create a smart object, and put the S here for shading, and here we make the top. Okay, now let's make this image size as okay. Correct. Now let's review everything and let's string this. Okay, everything is correct. Now let's do the same thing and export and layout files. Let's delete this file name prefix. Browse, and let's create another folder here, and let's put the name of undertops. Okay, just now let's run it and wait. As it just have a few items, it will be really fast. Well, not so fast, but fast enough. can see here on the this, that is already creating the, oh, okay, it finished. Let's go there and rename it. We just need to delete these extra numbers here. I will respond Bailey. I already responded it with voice, but I don't know if um she listened. She watched what I said. So I will type it on the chat as well. Bailey. Oh, I'm so new on Twitch. I don't know how to work very well. I don't know the emoticons or anything right like this, so I just have to look and see if I can. I can see. I don't know. I don't know very well Twitch, so there's a lot of. I will just put a heart. Let's continue here and rename these files. Okay, everything now. Rename it. Rename it. This one is not correct. Under top. Not correct. Okay, under top is okay. Ctrl S to save. And then let's come back to our original file, that is this one. So okay, we already did the mix, already did the undertops. Now let's go to the tops, right? There's a lot of tops here. I think this will take much more time here. Okay. Save as. And name it to tops. Okay. Now let's delete that what's not necessary. There's a lot of things that are not necessary here. Let's delete these. Okay, these two. Okay. Let's start. We don't need socks. there's a lot of socks here, and I don't need this right now. Socks. Yes. I don't need shoes. I don't need bottoms. I need tops. Necklace. Okay. Shoes, bottoms. Yes. Tops. Earrings. Shoes, bottoms. Okay. Delete. Let's delete this one too. Okay. I think when I created this file, I didn't make in a really smart way. I separate them in outfits, but I think I should separate them in a folder of tops, a folder of bottoms. This way I would do this quicker, faster. But right now I have to do this way a little slower. Oh, okay. Now I need to paint everything as it will take forever. I think I just deleted something by mistake. Yes. Okay, let's delete these outfits that are empty, I guess. Okay. I think I just deleted something important here. I think I have to go back to everything. Damage. I did something very wrong here. Okay. Top 7. Let's see. Okay, top 4 is here. I can do from there. Okay. Okay, let's start. Oh, let's put this in 10:24. Okay. Transforming smart objects. Rename to S. Transforming everything white. Top 1 is ready. Let's delete this outfit 1. Let's check outfit 2. Okay. Top place is ready. Outfit 2. Delete. Oh no. Okay, top 1 is ready. Top 2 is ready. Let's delete outfit 3 and put 3. We have to. I hate when the cell phone notification keeps showing. It's very distracting. Convert to smacked object. Let's rename to S. Okay. Okay. 3 is correct. Top 4. Okay. Let's go to top 5. Okay, let's put them together. It's these 2 files. Okay, top 5 is okay. You can delete outfit 5. Top 6, outfit 6, you can delete as well. Already shading, correct. Let's go to top 7. Delete outfit 7. Let's paint everything on as white. Here we convert them to smart objects. Top 7 is okay. Top 8. Let's delete outfit 8. Okay. Okay. Convert to smart object. The last one's outfit 9. No, sorry. Top 9. Put everything as white. Convert into smart object. I should know if there's an shortcut for smart object because I keep doing this with mouse. I don't know if the smart way to do this. Let's see if I can find this keyboard shortcuts. Let's see if I can find it. Task spaces. Where? Menus. Actions. Layers maybe. Convert to smart object. Where is it? Here. I don't have any shortcut. Don't know what one I should create. Ctrl F9. Ctrl F8. Ctrl F8. No. Ctrl F7. Ctrl Shift F9. Everything has a damn. I don't know, I think I will delete one of them because I don't use this. All this. Okay. Ctrl Shift F9. Okay. So let's go to train. Oh, sorry. We have to visualize all the files. I think everything is visible. Now let's go to train. So now we go to file, export, relational files, and now we go, let's delete this file name prefix, and let's go to browse and assets and create these 4 tabs. Okay, so run and let the Photoshop do its thing. I'm hungry. I think I should take some snack earlier. In this process, I just make just let Photoshop do his thing. I don't have a lot to do right now. We just have to wait. I would like to listen to my favorite musics, but I think Twitch has a problem with it, so I cannot use it, and I don't want problems with Twitch right now. I think this one will take more time to finish. because there's a lot of players in this one. A little boring that I cannot do anything right now because Photoshop is doing this process, so I just have to wait. I think I can access the internet right now, but I cannot do a lot of things. So I just show a little my website right now. Here's it. There's a lot of games. I just published a new game last week. It's not made by me, but I think the game is very cute. It has a team of um, food, that a lot of different foods.
Let's game to save the world.
Gamers without borders.
I just mute the sound right now because that's a little annoying. Let's see if I can show this new game. Another ad. Sorry about it. Oh yes, Sport list file was successful. So let's go there and let's rename those files. Assets, stops. Hey, all the files are ready. All the files of the tops. I have a lot of to do right now. So, okay, tops are read. Let's save. And let's again open that other file. That's close final PSD. And delete everything that we don't want again. Yes. Oh, no. First we need to save as another file. This one we're going to do the bottoms. Okay. Now you can delete this file. These folders. Yes. Oh no. No, I think I don't delete anything wrong, but we'll come back here just to check. Shoes. And Coffee, hi. Hi, Coffee. How are you? I will respond for you on the chat too. Oh, it's everything all caps. May I draw you? Oh, of course. I will love it. Please. And show for me after. Woohoo. While you draw me, I will continue here this boring work here. I just need to delete all the files that are not bottoms. So after you draw me, please send me the link or something like that. I really want to see. please. Shoes. I can delete everything now easily. Yes, now everything is bottom. I need to do some adjustments here. I have to put everything white and put these files as smart objects. Okay, bottom one is okay. Bottom two. I think I put bottom one. Let's organize this thing. Everything's very... Okay, let's do like this. Bottom 9. Outfit 9 is delete. Bottom 8. Put here. So outfit 8 I delete. Bottom 7. Here. Bottom 6 here. Bottom 5. I think there's somewhere here that I can put the face a little. Oh. Damn, I did something wrong here. I hate when I do this. I think I have to come back here. Yes, I have to come back here and organize this thing better. Bottom one is correct. Okay. Bottom two. Let's put everything as white. Here we go into as smart objects. Right. Bottom two ready. Bottom three. Okay. Here and here, let's transform as smart object as well. And I think maybe the song is higher than my voice. Let's put a little lower, right? I think there's some filters here. I think there's some filters here that I can make some gain. I think it's gain. Okay. Let's gain like 4 decibels. I don't know. Okay, let's see. I think that right now I have a gain. Oh, okay. Right now my voice is a little higher. Oh, nice. So I can talk a little naturally. I think I will edit this gain equal to 6. 6. 6 is okay. Okay, let's see. I think it's better right now. Let's continue here. Bottom 2 is ready. Let's go to bottom 4. Bottom. I think I will put Pen Coffee as my friend so I can see her drawing later. Okay. Okay, bottom 4 is okay. Bottom 5. Okay, okay. Okay, all the files are ready. I just have to check again if I put in the right side. No, I have to put them on 1024. Okay, now I have to trim. I don't know what file has. When the file has something here, I hope that it deleted it. Now let's try again. No. Let's see, where is this file? There's probably a small pixel in one of this file, but I don't know which one it is. Okay. I'll put this. Let's see. Large thumbnail. This way, I think I can see which one. One of them has that pixel. That pixel, no, a pixel lost somewhere. Uh, oh, I found it. This one. Ah, what? This thing is crazy. What? Convert to layers. I think this is the best way. I think I just froze Photoshop right now. Damn! What happened? Damn! What just happened? It's not working right now. uh, what I do right now? I maintain this unit file open here, but I will not use this today. I will try to close this and maybe I don't know. I'll close this Chrome window as well because it eats a lot of memory from my computer. And see if it comes back. Let's see. My Photoshop is eating a lot of memory right now. Okay. Let's see if maybe it will come back by by itself. Thing is, if I this one's not working. Oh no. Damn. And I didn't save it. Damn. Okay, let's open this again. The repetitive work. Okay. There's a lot of things that I didn't do there and didn't save. So I think I will have to. Okay. There's something here. Oh, okay. Now it's correct. So let's save this thing. Oh, this is the recover. Oh, the recover is a little better than the other one. Let's... Yes, okay. Let's go and save this one over the old one. Okay. And let's do that thing again. So... Oh, I think I just did a stupid thing right now. It's not well saved. Man. No, I think it's here. Button 1, button 2, button 3. Okay, it's here, just not well organized, but it's here. Okay. This one that has anything, I will delete it. Okay. Let's show everything. Or okay. Okay, now it's correct, but I have to put in there. Okay, it's correct. Nice. Right now I have to see if it's in the correct size again. I have to put in 10, 24. Okay, now let's trim everything. Okay, so let's do that thing of paint everything as white and separate the files correctly. Okay. Funny, let's save again. I think I made a modification here on the interface. but it kind of ignored me. I want medium. Okay. Ctrl S to save. Let's see if the modifications worked. Oh, I think I just opened the wrong file. Oh yeah, it's the wrong file. Open here. Photoshop is ignoring me because I want the thing with a larger. It's not. It's ignoring me right now. I don't know. Well, let's stay like this. So, let's continue to paint. Oh, okay. Okay, bottom tree is here, but it's in a wrong order. Let's put them as marked object. Bottom bar. Okay. Yes. Now it's okay. Ctrl S. Now let's go and export this thing. Export as no layer to files. delete this file name prefix, browse. Let's go to assets, create a new folder and rename to bottoms. Okay. Let's see if it's correct. Okay, let's run. We go to the bathroom very quickly, and I will be right back. Back. If anyone wants to talk to me, I'm here. We are waiting Photoshop to export the files. So if you want to talk to me, you are welcome. Now I'm curious if Ben Coffee did my drawing. I just want to see it. The files are just exported, so let's go to the folder and find it. Let's go to assets and buttons, and let's rename everything and delete these names, these numbers before the name. Okay, there's one that is named with in a wrong way. Okay, this one's bottom 80s. This bottom C2 is from, I don't know. Let's see if I can find it. This is why it's important to rename the files correctly, because when you rename it wrong, it's a little hard to find. Okay, bottom 2C2. Okay, I think it's correct now. Okay, so the buttons are ready. Um, don't know if I continue. I'm a little hungry. I'm a little tired to do this right now. Let me check my email. Just a minute. Okay. Let's see. I think I will do one more and then I will finish. I think I will do the shoes and then I will be over for today. So let's do this. Let's open our original file. That is this one. Now let's save as shoes. Okay. Now let's delete anything that is not shoes. Okay, let's start this thing. Let's put everything on white. She's on ready. This one I have to adjust the shading because I started to shade this with browns, but it's not working well. So now I'm doing everything on black and white. So to adjust this, I will use Ctrl U, and I think I will just put the saturation on -100 and okay. Here, everything that's color, that's named as C1 and C2, it will be white. And these layers, that is Shoe for S, that means shading, and Shoes for L means lines. I will put together in a smart object and name as Shoe for S of shading. So Shoes 4 ready. Let's go to Shoes 5. Same process. Everything in white and put the layers of shading together and name as Shoe 5S. Okay, all the shoes are ready. Now I will put everything visible and I will make press 3 and everything now is trimmed. Then let's go to go to now. Okay, let's for retreating. I'm having some doubts. Oh, okay. I have to put this in 1024 and then I can tree. My tree. Okay. Now it's correct. Let's go to export again. Population files. Let's delete this. Let's put assets. Create a folder for it. Create as shoes. And okay. And run. Okay. Okay, so after I finish this one, I will rename the files, and then I will finish this stream because I'm already here 1 hour and 48 minutes, and I'm already tired and hungry, and I think it was very good because I did a lot of exports, but I need to do much more because I need to do for necklace, for earrings, and backgrounds, the body and the head. Oh, and the hairs. The hairs, there's a lot of hairs to export, and this will be a lot of work. But I'm happy that I already exported 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of elements of assets. It was productive. It was good. So next week I will do the rest of the exportation of the assets, and I think I will finally finish it. I think in the last stream I said I would do the background drawing, but there's a day in the week that I had some time to do it, so I finished these backgrounds without the need to stay in a stream to do it. So right now I'm doing this part of the game development, that is to export all this art for Unity. It's very important to do it. If you are watching me, in case you didn't follow me yet, please follow me. I would appreciate. I'm doing streams every Sunday at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. here in Brazil. I don't know what is the time in your country, but it's 6 p.m. GMT -3. So you can identify this on your time. Sup? Eu licensed memes. It's Portuguese. É brasileiro? Uh, não sei dizer. It's Portuguese. No idea. What game engine are you using? I'm using Unity, but right now I'm just exporting all the files for this game. I just finished to export all the shoes of this character, so I'm going to rename them. Can you program with C#? I'm not a good programmer. I can, but I'm not good. I can do some adjustments and modifications in a previous file that another experienced programmer made for me, so I can modify little things here and there to adapt to my program, to my game. So yeah, I'm not really a amazing programmer, but I can do something. You programmed as well? You licensed memes. Are you Brazilian? Or do you speak Portuguese? In case you do, I can speak in Portuguese. I love programming with C#. I live in Switzerland and I speak very little Spanish. Oh, okay, right. I was asking if you're Brazilian because you licensed memes. The first part of your username means I in Portuguese. So I thought this was a Brazilian username. But nice, Switzerland. Super cool. I speak Portuguese, but I don't speak anything in Spanish. I can understand a little when I read. No, it's for EU, European Union. Oh, okay, alright. It's not as obvious for me. But now that you talk about it, yes, you're correct. EU for European, right? Nice. You program too? You are a programmer? Really cool. I think I deleted something. I hope not. It's cold right now there in Switzerland because here in Brazil right now is fall. Yes, I'm a programmer. I love making games, but the art is always the most difficult because I have no talent at all. I think we are in the opposite sides because I'm an artist and I'm not a good programmer, so I do something here and there, but I can't consider myself as a programmer because if you ask me right now, do something in C#, I can't. I have to consult, I have to research, I have to have a lot of effort to do, but I can't like do automatically. If I can't explain very well, but I'm not a good programmer. My thing is art. So what I do lately is to sometimes I contract some programs and but as I can't understand a thing as a, do you know what an integer is? Yes, integer, yes, I know. And how to make a function? Yes, yes. And yes, it's like so much you can already do. Yeah, yes, I know what an integer is. Yes, I know what a function is. I can create them. But what I mean that I'm not a good programmer, that I have to research a lot to do these functions, to create a good function that work correctly. I think that's the problem. But yes, I think I have some hard time to do things with loops, you know, while, um, for, to use for. I have a lot of difficult time in this area. But I can do simple functions like if use if else, if else. What else? Let's see. I will save this Photoshop here, and I will show what I can do in Unity right now. Here's the engine. I'm working as a programmer for 3 years now, and I'm still regularly use Google and go on. Oh, Stack Overflow! It's a god. It's perfect. Oh, Stack Overflow saved me a lot of times. It's very good. But for example, I created this game right here in 2018. Yes, 2018. But I was having a hard time to make it responsive the way I want. So I tried and I couldn't make it work. So I contracted experienced programmer to do this part for me. But basically, he did what I could do by myself. Let's see, where is my scripts? Okay, eating manager. Okay. When I was in the so you said you work as a programmer, but you work as a game developer, and it's other thing like web developer, or you do programs, softwares, things like that. Yeah, sometimes some things are very frustrating. I want to write a half script that display the amount of hearts in the top left corner. It took me 30 hours. Oh yeah, I can imagine. So sometimes, yeah, it's very frustrating. Lately, as I'm not working full time in my website right now as a game developer, and I'm working part-time for me doing these games, and the rest of time I'm working as a designer, a graphic designer. That is what I graduated for, as a designer. So I'm programming features for cashless pay terminals and database connections between banks and databases. I make random stuff in my spare time, like games and art stuff. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Oh, this is very difficult. I even can imagine to program these things. I have a friend that work with networks, but it's for the health. I I have a hard time to say the word, but this is the word. Health system. Uh, but so you work with what language? C# too, or it's another language? I know a lot of people work a lot of C, just C, not C# or C+, just C. To do this kind of um, this kind of programming for banks and stuff like that. Really cool, really cool. Well, this is my programming. I don't want to open right now because I think it would take a lot of time, but this was C++. I'm joining the company that does this in August, maybe, so I have to learn it. I also might need to learn React and JavaScript and Java and SQL. It's a lot of languages you have to learn. I hope you can be able to learn all that because it's very complex. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. React, JavaScript, Java, and SQL. Okay, good luck because there's a lot to study right now. I just lately I can work with C#, a little of HTML, and a little of CSS and PHP, but I just can't this kind of programs with HTML and CSS. I have to Google a lot because it's not my. I hate PHP. Everybody hates PHP. It's awful. It's not good. I mean, I can do a thing here and there. I can comment something. I can put a code that I research on Google. But when the things are a little, it's too complex for me. I have to ask a web developer to do this part for me because I can't. PHP is awful, and I think JavaScript is very hard too. So I don't mess a lot with them. I try to do things in HTML, something CSS, but the rest I just you know, a lot of Google, a lot of Stack Overflow, and that's it. And when I can't do, I contract someone with more experience to do this for me. But well, a lot of this code I really researched online, and a big part of this code I asked my teachers when I was doing. I did a technic course. Sorry for the English. I will type. Sometimes I can't say some words. Classes. Digital games technical classes. I did it on 2018 to 2019. And then I learned Unity, I learned C#. I learned a little of HTML and a little of CSS. And that's it. So I had a lot of help of my teachers in this course, this class. I just used YouTube. I didn't understand what do you mean? I just used YouTube. Ah, okay, I understand now. Yeah, you just use YouTube to learn about programming languages and things that you have a hard time to learn. Okay. But as I'm a person that is more, how can I say, is more related to art, so I have a hard time to learn by myself programming. I know that some people go to YouTube, um, learn some from some tutorials, but as a noob, a noob for programming, I could work, I could learn by myself. I had to have some help, and I don't regret it because I really need these classes with real teachers in a time that we could stay everyone in a class, because here, unfortunately, in Brazil, the pandemic is still really strong. Um, uh, Students can't go to the schools anymore, just online classes, often. But 2018, 2019, I could go to classes, and it helped me a lot. And these teachers helped me to make this codes for my dress up games. So I keep getting these codes and tweaking here and there, so I can adjust for my necessities, and that's it. But as I'm working part-time as a designer, I have really I don't have a lot of time to do my games right now. So I try to make the strings on Sundays to stimulate myself to continue to work on KawaiiGames and um don't lose the will to continue doing the games, because when you work all day in another thing, you get very tired to work on your personal projects. So yeah, I am an apprenticeship right now, so I'm also focusing on that and didn't program much. Oh, you're right. Yeah, if you are in apprenticeship, you have to focus on learning. You're right. As I'm not um, right now, I'm not studying, so I'm just working. So if you're in an internship, an apprenticeship, you really have to focus on learning. It's perfect. But right now, I'm not having the time to study a lot. I just work. So I was talking with my husband about it, and I think in the future I have to try to contract some artists to work for me to do the games. I mean, I can do the art, I can do the programming, but I don't have the time to do everything. So the games delay a lot because as I try to do everything by myself, well, when you try to be the artist and be the programmer, it will delay a lot. So I'll try uh, to distribute this work for another person, another freelancers, so they can do this part for me, and I can focus on other things of my side, like uh, the comments of the users, to improve some other things on the site. So if you are correct to stay to try to continue your studies, so you can improve. It's always good to study. Last year in 2020, on the beginning of 2020, I started art class and it was amazing. It was very good. It was I think three months of this class, and it was so much fun. I improved a lot, and I want to have some time in the future to do this kind of classes again, because I can see when I stop to study, I can really evolve my art. I have to say that I'm not with the intention to study programming anymore, because for a long time I stay in this strange place that I didn't know if I have to focus on programming or if I have to focus on art. But my forte is still art, so I want to focus on art. But I don't regret to learn programming, because I can do some things by myself. It's very good to be able to do things by myself. You as a programmer, you can do in the part of the art, you can go to the Unity Asset Store. I don't know what engine you use. If you use maybe if you use Unreal, maybe it's another store that you can. Oh, you use Unity, right? Nice. So you can go Unity Asset Store, so you can download a lot of things by free. A lot of things in the technical class I download by free, and we do that. It was good for learning. It's very good. But lately, some things that's very specific, I try to buy in the asset store, and it's very good to speed up the work, because if I try to do some specific things and try by myself, I will lose a lot of time, and I don't have time. So for me, lately, when I can pay for programming work, I prefer to pay. But as my framework here is already done, I don't have a lot to pay for anyone. I will just replace and reskin this game I did, and put the art of the game I'm doing right now. That's K-pop stars dress up game. And that's it. If you have any other thing to say to me, thank you very much for participating here. It was good to talk. Good to train my English, because sometimes I just start to speak in Portuguese, but I forgot that the majority of people here speak in English. Thank you very much. If you want to follow me, I will be here every Sunday. If you have your English is very good. Oh, thank you. Sometimes I really stop to think, because I'm translating the things in my head, and it's very difficult. I did English for 5 years when I was a kid, from when I was 10 years old to 15 years old. Then I stay a lot of time without practicing. I don't know English. And then when was 2008, I think. Yeah, 2008. I start to work doing freelance job for Flash games. You know, there's a time that Flash games was very popular, so I was doing a lot of dress-up games that time, and all the gigs was in English, so I had to. I didn't have the necessity to speak, you know, sorry, to speak, but I had to write a lot and read a lot of English. So it was very important to these lessons I had in English when I was 10 years old. I remember Flash games times, good times. I was 6 in 2008. Oh, I feel old right now. In 2008, how old I was? Let me see. Let's go with the I'm from arts. I don't do calculations. I can't calculate. Um, 2008. Okay, I was 23 in that time. So yeah, I was working that time with Flash games. I understand it's the same with my girlfriend. I'm an artist and not a mathematician. Yeah, yes. Everyone for arts just abandon math. It's not it's not natural for us anymore. So yes, I was 23 that time and was I was working as a Flash game developer, and I did a lot of Flash games, a lot. It was a lot of dress-up games and coloring games. It was good because Flash was an engine that was easy for artists to program. You know, you could find a lot of tutorials, and they are pretty straightforward. So Flash was really good for this time for beginners, and was really good for artists. And when Flash was over in 2020, a lot of artists couldn't make the transition for another platform, another engine. I mean, when I saw that Flash was dying, I had to do a choice. I had to do a decision, and I had to think. Well, I had to learn a new language. So I had a friend that worked on this school, this technical school, and she said that had digital games classes. So I tried, and now here we are. Here we are. I don't understand though. Math is fun to some degree. I can I disagree. I think because how can I explain this? Arts are more organic, you know. Math is here in Brazil we call them exatas. They are exact. They are they let's see. exact area. Yards here are human area. So I think they are very different. They are in kind of distant, but the design, the graphic design, is kind in the middle because you arts the you know, when you are a visual artist or you do plastic arts or things like that, it's more really learn how to paint, learn how to draw and things like that. Design is a little more commercial, more business. Is more for to work in the business, to work on as to work in advertising, to work as video making, to work in things like that. In things that has graphic arts. So I don't regret to do design because it's more commercial, and I like this. I like that. I like sometimes I would like to do I don't know the name of this in English. In Portuguese is Belas Artes. Let's see how it is in Belas Artes in English. What's the name in English? Fine arts, right? This is the name in English. Fine arts. I wish to do fine arts, but it's a lot of time. It's a lot of time consuming. Lately, I don't have time. But I like to do some free classes. Like this one I did last year. Arcane Arts. Yes, this one that I did last year. I think was I don't remember. Oh yes, this one's Ateliers. It was very good because it was a course, classes that you have some. If you already have some experience in art, so you could enter in this class. So the teacher could point what you could what is the exact thing you have to do to evolve more. You know, if you are weak on lines, or weak on digital painting, or weak on anatomy, or weak on something like that, they will put, oh, so you need to study more this part, oh, this part. I think it was very cool and make me improve a lot. Because let me see, Instagram. My art before the course, the classes was like this. It's good, but not good enough. And after the classes, it's improved, and I could draw backgrounds, I could draw anatomy, I could do digital painting a little better. So I think it was very good. That's a good experience, and I really want to do more. A thing that I couldn't do when I was before the classes was portraits, and now I can do this. It was very cool. And that's it. Oh, this one was my husband. Was never before I couldn't do um, portraits, and now I really could do like a photo, like a picture, and it was good. I hope I can do this more. Well, I think that's it. I was I was thinking to finish this stream a little sooner, but when you start to talk, it was interesting to stay here and keep a good talk to you. Thank you very much. And I think that's it. I will finish this stream. Thank you to talk to me. Thank you to was a nice stream. Thank you. I'll be here the next Sunday again. In case you want to see more about my work, you can see here in my social networks. It's KawaiiGames, KawaiiGames in Instagram, Pinterest, in Twitter. But I have to admit I don't use the Twitter a lot. I use more Instagram and my website, KawaiiGames. I think I didn't show it, but KawaiiGames is a website more for kids, or for little kids. They are dress-up games. The kids can play some dress-up games or coloring games. And when they create their drawings, they can save here on the comments. You know, this is the creations of my of the users, and I always try to comment on everyone. And this is the game I was showing on Unity right now, this one, and it's here. Now let me show it without ads. It was nice. Among Us again. I played once, but I didn't like it because I didn't like it not because of the game, but because people keep quitting the game all the time. I couldn't do any task. I was not having any fun because, I mean, I entered, someone was accused, and then they quit, and I couldn't do anything. So it was not really fun for me. So the game is a dress-up game, you know. So you can create your look, you create your girl, you can really choose any clothes here. I'm just pressing the random combinations, so you can see you can do any color or any kind of clothes to create the girl. And that's it. They are simple games, but my site is really focused on dress-up games and coloring games. So yeah. But I intend to do maybe in the future some streams with drawing more, but maybe doing some gaming. There's a lot of that's the last time I played on PC on my computer. I don't remember. because lately I'm playing with Nintendo Switch. I'm playing what's the name of the game? South Park. South Park 2. Hold on. South Park 2 RPG? I don't remember. This one. South Park The Fracture Butthole. Yeah. I heard that consoles in Brazil are expensive though. Yeah, they are expensive. They are really expensive. I why? The dollar. Our coin, our currency, our currency is the Brazilian real. Brazilian real. Right now, um, you know, like, let's see if I don't know what's the price of a Switch right now. If it's $300 maybe. Um, and this is the value in here in Brazil. It's a lot, like a lot, because our minimum wage is like 100. Our minimum wage is okay. 1,100, like this value. So Nintendo Switch costs more than our minimum wage because our currency is very not it's how I can explain this in English? That's so hard. Our coin don't. Let's see. Let's go to Google Translate. Hold on. I don't know if the Google Translate did a good work here, but it's something like this. Our currency is not worth much against the dollar. That's it. No. Per month, like our salary is per month. Yeah, it's really low. It's really ridiculous. I know. So yes, it's not only consoles. Anything that's technological, that's electronic, it's very expensive here. Televisions, lately anything related with computers are very, very expensive. Here you can survive if you earn less than to the CHF. Probably it's the currency there, right? A month. How much is that in reals? I have to see. Let's see. I don't know this currency. CHF real. Okay. Oh, this is a lot here. I mean, if we receive this money here, we'd be rich. We would be rich. I mean, I don't receive my salary lately is this value right now. So this is my salary here. This is the value I would probably in your country. I don't know, if you earn less than that, you don't have enough money to pay everything, you are poor. Here, if you earn less. Oh, yes, I know here in Brazil, a lot of people um, go away from Brazil to work on Portugal, to work on Europe. But right now, because of the pandemic, I think Brazilians are basically banned from a lot of countries. It's very frustrating right now because of COVID, because our president is an idiot that don't vaccinate everyone, and that's it. I'm not vaccinated right now because the people that are being vaccinated right now is from 50 years old from and above, and I'm 35 right now, so I'm young to be vaccinated right now. So yeah. A lot of people go away from Brazil. I am 19 and vaccinated. Oh, I'm so jealous right now. I want to be vaccinated, but I can't. Jealous. I'm just jealous. I have friends from United States that are already vaccinated right now. But I'm still not allowed to visit my girlfriend in the USA. Oh, really? But you are vaccinated. I think USA are being protective. Okay, not wrong. And Brazilians can go anywhere. We just can't stay in our country. Well, I really want to be vaccinated because I don't go anywhere more than a year. I'm just stuck in home. I'm just go outside to work, and in my work I have to stay with masks all the time. It's awful. A lot of what's the name in this in English? It's alcohol. It's not alcohol. It's Purell. I don't know. The thing that you use to when you outside this. You know, this thing that we use when we are outside, you know. We choose to hear Switzerland isn't really good with corona. 10% of our population was infected already. I'm so jealous again. Because our country is not our country is not doing good things to eliminate corona. Our president is how I say this in English? Hold on. Google's translated really. Negationist. Okay, I didn't know this is a word. Okay. Our president is a negationist and he doesn't believe in the vaccination. So it's really delayed. We are vaccinated, but it's really slow. As I said, the elders was vaccinated, but the rest of the population not. So we are waiting to be vaccinated. I mean, my mom has 55 and she was vaccinated. My aunt, I I never know how to say that. I forgot aunt. But anyway, she was vaccinated as well. She has 50. And my grandma has 80. She's vaccinated as well. But me and my husband not. And I mean here we are having like 1,000 or 2,000 people dying with COVID every day. It's terrible. The only thing we can do is to protect, but as we have a negationist president that stimulates people to go to the streets without any protection, the numbers don't go down. It's terrible. Anyway, but I think in some let me type this. At some point it will get better. This is what I was trying to say. It will be slow as it is right now, but will get better. Anyway, the unfortunately the stream goes to a kinda sad thing, but well, I hope I can go to places and travel at least inside of my country, because I don't feel safe to travel right now, because it's really not safe here. So yeah. But that's it. Thank you very much. I hope you can see your girlfriend in the future. Probably will be everybody vaccinated, so you can see her soon. Maybe she can visit you in Switzerland. Maybe. And yeah, that's it. Maybe, I hope so. Yeah, because if you can't go there, maybe she can go there, go to your country. But in this time, keep chatting with her, and a lot of phone calls, and yeah. Keep safe. Thanks for following me, and I will be finishing this stream, and I will be here on the next Sunday doing the rest of the work. Thank you very much. Bye bye for you, and stay safe. Yeah. I will be, and stay safe, you too. Bye bye.